Hello, dear friends. Honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom. I cannot live without books, said Thomas Jefferson. Opinion piece. How to escape? Everyone is the system. Manasic radiation increases. The system is pyramid shaped. Your consciousness opens the third eye. Knowledge creates health and freedom. The Photon Belt awakens consciousness. The local Fluff is a large interstellar cloud. Let's start. Every child is originally born as a complete king and sovereign, but his parents teach him that he is stupid, dependent, and incapable of making his own decisions. So everything must be decided by others. If the child shows dissatisfaction and starts to argue or cry, he is punished. This is a fundamental preparation for the later demoralization of the little person, because in order to accept a complete program of the Matrix, he must first deny himself according to Peter B. Mayer's final wake-up call. You have to realize that you are unworthy, inferior, stupid, and useless. We are told that we should be grateful for having a system that tells us who we should be, what we should believe in, and what we should do with our lives. We are told that we don't need to invent anything new because others, who know much more than us, have already invented everything for us, and that it would therefore be a waste of time. Therefore, many people consider it unnecessary to think for themselves, and even more, are incapable of doing so. They always have to ask someone what they should do. Taking responsibility for one's own life scares many people, to the delight of the systems that rob people energy, time, health, and money. It's not just a question of how to educate people who are harmless to the system, but of them being the system themselves. In this way, the individual is transformed into a person who fits perfectly into the system. Pyramid. Do you wonder why? Because they don't want you to escape. The whole system is shaped like a pyramid. At the base are the ordinary people, and at the top are those who control them. There are two pyramids in this system, the maternal and the secondary. You have to navigate both, otherwise you get lost in them. Its deception has become so great that it is almost indistinguishable from the truth. The system tries by all means to prevent you from overcoming it and puts obstacles in your way. Temptations and manipulative demands. It offers you loans to make you slave to money. It steals your time so that you don't have the opportunity to fulfill your true mission and find the meaning of life. Too much time for people is pure poison for the system. It offers you a tempting job or project that you cannot refuse, or perhaps pleasant hobbies that you obsessively devote yourself to and waste your time on. You are offered contaminated food, and if you eat it, you enter the secondary pyramid. The secondary pyramid is designed to accommodate all those who have never fallen into the clutches of the money and credit, and who have never had their time stolen from them. Each person is responsible for his or her own body and should never put it in the hands of others. The system always tries to steal your soul. Some even willingly sell their soul in exchange for fame and money. Glorious past. Your destiny is not in the future, but in the past. Most people look in the wrong direction. Your future is in the past, not in the future. Look at ancient architecture and notice the devices for extracting electromagnetic energy that were used more than 700 years ago during the High Tartar civilization. In addition to details such as rose windows and muqarnas, all the decorative architectural elements are symbols of the vibration of electromagnetic energy that acts on molecules and modifies the behavior of cells. In your recent past, more than 80 years ago, these waves were used to heal, elevate, transport, and create feelings of harmony and euphoria. The invention of the printing press, which made it possible to print money, led to the Age of Enlightenment and the decline of the Roman Church. Money replaced religion as the new control mechanism for the wealthy elite. Wealth equals power through the issuance of counterfeit money, which takes real money out of the hands of the people and puts it into the hands of international bankers. This is the main instrument, the creation of rich rulers and poor people. Using these hidden instruments, the people have lost their freedom. Starseeds. You have probably heard of starseeds and wondered if you are one of them. This group can be divided into other subcategories. These are the indigo, rainbow, and crystal children, although most of them are now adults. Star souls are people who have been sent here from many corners of the universe for different reasons. They all have unique abilities, and their mission is to bring peace and a shift in consciousness to the people of this planet. Some are very close to nature, while others care more about humanity. They are all different manifestations of variations of the indigo concept. Crystal children are the descendants of the indigos, while star children are a soul from another part of the universe that has incarnated here on Earth. These children are aware that they are much more multidimensional than is considered normal today. Many have a deep understanding of their multidimensional reality, and they speak of helping humanity awaken to a higher state of consciousness. They may also be aware that they are in contact with non-human intelligences. They are a race of beings on the planet whose numbers are increasing, although they are visually and physically undistinguishable from ordinary citizens. They are the bearers of light and are here to guide the awakening of consciousness on Earth. All of these new children are born without a program and will bring about a worldwide awakening. Each of these groups is very important for the development of humankind. If you belong to one of them, you have been sent here with an important mission. You are already helping to change the world for the better. Pure souls. Pure human souls are different from low-frequency beings incarnated in human bodies. First of all, by their subtle material structure. Thus, if a human being has 7 chakras, a reptile, for example, has only 3. This explains the incredible difference in mental and emotional perception of life and those around us. If human beings are characterized by their empathy and therefore by selfless spiritual impulses, reptiles are completely devoid of them. They are unable to experience them due to their origin. It is precisely this discrepancy in human life what explains why humans have fallen prey to low-frequency beings who are at much lower level of development than their own. Photon Belt. The Photon Belt, also called the Photon Band, Photon Ring, Manasic Ring, or Golden Nebula, postulates that a belt of ring of photons is enveloping the Earth, initiating spiritual transition, and that the period of time leading up to the change is known as the acceleration. And there is an immense photon ring orbiting the Pleiades, and the Earth is passing through this golden nebula, resulting in the elevation of humankind to a higher plane of existence. Virginia S.M. and Sheldon Idle wrote that the photon belt represents a time window for spiritual transition during which human beings can reach a higher level of existence, which they call the galactic level. German engineer and esotericist Paul Otto Hesse described the Photon Belt and its impact on humanity and the planet in his book Doomsday, dictated by the Wet. Samuel Aumauer referred to the Photon Belt in 1970 as the rings of Alcyone. He states that Alcyone is the main sun of the Pleiades, and 7 suns gravitate in its orbit, our sun being the 7th to surround Alcyone. According to Ware, Alcyone has rings made of radiation caused by the splitting of the electron. He refers to this radiation as Manasic, from the Sanskrit term manas, meaning mind, and indicate that it relates to the distinction between the lower mind and the higher mind. In his view, the electrons in the Alcyone rings release an unknown type of energy. The movement of our solar system into the photon belt does not herald physical destruction, but rather an acceleration of consciousness. Those who are mentally and emotionally prepared will be able to ride or surf the coming galactic waves and manifest a new reality, called the kingdom of heaven on earth. Those who are not prepared will do the opposite and experience greater stress and turmoil in their personal and collective lives. However, the cabal has been given some time to prepare and relinquish power without the collapse of the world financial system. Scientific confirmation. A photon is a boson, one of the elementary particles that carry the 4 forces of physics. In this case, the force that produce light. For example, it is to say the electromagnetic force. In 2014, scientists confirmed in the journal Nature that our solar system was about to enter a large interstellar cloud called local Fluff, which is about 30 light years wide and held together by a very large magnetic field. Astronomers claim that our solar system is passing through a cloud of interstellar material that shouldn't be there. It contains a tenuous mixture of hydrogen and helium atoms. The local interstellar cloud is a nebula about 30 light years across through which our solar system is currently moving and will remain there for another 10,000 to 20,000 years. The cloud has a temperature of 6,000 degrees Celsius, slightly warmer than the surface of the sun. It has an extremely low density, 1/5 that of the galactic interstellar medium. Golden Age. A golden age of wisdom, love, and peace is coming. If humankind did not evolve, it would implode in a global catastrophe. But if humanity's consciousness evolves, a golden age of peace, love, and wisdom will dawn, because our solar system has entered the zone of space that represents an energetic anomaly that greatly affects third density space. The battle of the dark forces against the light is finally lost for them. In the end, all questions will have to be answered. No one will escape until justice is done. Their backs are literally against the wall. This time, victory is ours. We all have a monumental task ahead of us to prevent the hidden forces of darkness from wreaking havoc when they have to accept defeat. We can receive help, but we must make the changes ourselves, because it is our planet. There will be no more fear psychosis. Planet Earth will become a peaceful, problem-free world where we can all relax. Rest assured, our new era has already begun. Better things are coming. Our new lifestyle will be very different from the current one. life will be more varied and relaxed than, and we will have more time for ourselves. It will be a totally new way of life with very exciting changes ahead. The innovations that already exist have been deliberately hidden from us by the dark forces who have used them themselves. Until now, our life has been a struggle for survival, but it is slowly getting better. New discoveries and ways of living will make our life very exciting. All the changes that are coming are fascinating and will follow a certain path. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.